Session will start in 5 seconds. Mr. Vice Chairman, sir, it was felt for a long time that the Limitations Act of 1908, which had certain amendments, deserves reconsideration in all its aspects with this object in view, not only regarding this act but regarding all the acts that are at present in force after independence be appointed a law commission to revise all our laws. Sir, the law commission went into this matter in very great detail and referring to certain basic principles that have been adopted and certain amendments that have been suggested by the Commission of Revision appointed in the United Kingdom. They have gone through the whole enactment and suggested certain modifications not only in sections but also in articles. I am very glad that the Law Ministry has brought forward the bill on the basis, as the Deputy Law Minister has pointed out, that they have not followed the recommendation of the Law Commission, but in general they have adopted the recommendations of the Law Commission in most of its aspects. Sir, as this matter is to be entrusted to joint committee of both the House, it will have the benefit of the deliberations of all those members who are in the select committee, and so generally speaking, neither is this the occasion nor the practice to go into details, but we can just suggest certain general matters so that the select committee may take them into consideration while deliberation in detail on the different provisions of this bill. Sir, in view of my experience as a lawyer, I feel that the law of limitations is a procedural matter except in certain sections where it confers definite rights on account of possession or certain other matters. We have to see that the matters that are disputed or are under litigation are disposed of in as short period as possible. The trend everywhere is that the people should not be kept in suspense either before litigation or after litigation. So my humble suggestion to the members of the select committee will be to see that the course of litigation is as much circumscribed, as much reduced as is possible in consonance with the basic principle of fairness, justice, and equity. To substantial what I am submitting, I would give example will and the members of the select committee go into details of the law commission report. So far as matters relating to trustees to whom the property has been entrusted, or in case of disability as minors or insane persons and similar cases are concerned, Of course, we will have to take all necessary prosecutions, and if necessary, we can extend the time so that these persons who are suffering under any disability should not, in the long run, suffer on account of the provisions of the Limitations Act. That is one of the fundamental things which I hope the select committee will bear in mind. Apart from these two considerations, the other consideration that I will place before the select committee is relating to property, whether it is on the basis of contract or otherwise. I am glad that they are trying to very much simplify things by including definite categories into a simple form. Similarly, by including patients in applications, they are trying to cover up a bigger scope and all the details I need to go into all at this stage, but I request that they get the time reduced rather than extend it. For instance, in money matter instead of 3 years. I would be happy if it is a case of 1 year in matters of land. Of course, those days when they were big zamindars, big talukdars, or jagirdars were different. Now the whole trend has changed. If at all a litigation is confirmed to commercial matters where everybody is alert, the circumstances do demand, and if there is anything wrong, if somebody wants to claim something from the other party, it is no use sleeping over it. So the period of limitation should be considered in all these matters. From this angle, that so far as possible, let the litigation to be introduced or let the suit be filled as early as possible, and accordingly the disposal could also be done. So I would request the select committee to take the changed circumstances of the country into consideration and come to the conclusion to simplify matters and let us reduce it so that the limitations as far as possible may be reduced. We know that protracted disputes go on, as I have just pointed out, which give rise to different interpretation, as is evident from the Law Commission report, and the different high courts have taken different views on certain matters that create confusion, that create difficulties, unless either in the whole decision there is a clear decisions of the Privy Council, or at present there is a clear decisions of the Supreme Court. Difficulties would arise, so I would suggest that all these cases should be taken into consideration. Thank you.